Hello.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to episode 4 of our still no name podcast. I'm
Hey, y'all.
Patrice.
My name's Terrell.
Today it's Terrell.
My name's Terrell, but the ladies call me Splackavelli.
I don't
You
know.
know, the guy you call when you need a fix, when your man tripping.
I don't know anybody that calls you that. What ladies call you that?
I'm about it.
Okay, so I guess that is a good intro into our topic today. So, our topic is going to be about relationships, and we are kind of focusing on self improvement based off of our challenge from last episode. And if you agreed to participate in that challenge, please leave a comment below and let us know. We're excited to know if anybody is joining us.
Please agree.
Agree, because he is going to be starting the challenge over because he has been a hot mess this week, y'all.
Okay, full disclosure, guys. I'm usually prepared for this. I have no notes. I don't even know what we're going to talk about. So, Miss Patrice is going to take control.
Nice way to deflect. Nice way to deflect. So, today we are going to be talking about relationships and how that helps us in our self improvement journey. So, us with a healthy lifestyle change or challenge, that is going to help with self improvement. And so, how do relationships impact your well being? And that's what we're going to be talking about. We want to focus also on how comfortable are you in your skin.
Okay.
So I thought about this today. Well, I thought about we talked about this since like last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or did we? Is this my thing or is this like a
So, this is really your thing. You want to talk about relationships. I kind of want to talk about toxic people,
that's
and we're going into it. So you go ahead.
so we're gonna mix it. So you'll know that I'm a teacher, and
Teacher.
I had a student say to me, because of course I teach high school, and there's always like some clashes. Everybody's booed up, and so I had a student say to me that they like toxic relationships, that they don't know what they would do if they were not in a toxic relationship. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. And then she said to me that, well, I'm toxic. So I kind of wanted to like go into that to
So
see.
I want to say this, and I might be a little bit guilty in my younger days when I wasn't as stable as I am now. But the best type of love is the one that will smash open your windshield or cut your tires. Them crazy girls be doing their thing. Like
No, like who
I
wants?
now that I'm older, I realize something else. But I can see where this girl is coming from. Like that excitement, that craziness. Like it's kind of cool. Like let's say, I was with my friends. Hey, some chick slashed my tires. Like,
But
like
how does that impact your life? Like when you look back and reflecting on like different toxic relationships, and toxic, that's not always toxic. Well, that is toxic, but that's not the only toxic. Like that's not the only slashing tires and
well, I know like there's mental abuse, emotional abuse, all that stuff. Um, so I really think as you get older, you realize you don't want that stuff in your life. Stability is important, and one of the things that I realized, you can't let other people control your emotions. So you know me personally, I try not to get really mad about anything. I don't let people dictate how I'm going to feel because then they have the power over me. So,
I think that's a good mindset, and that had to take time to develop that type of trait or skill, because typically if somebody makes me upset, I'm going to be upset, and you know that I can be upset for an extended period of time. And so I do see that about you. That is something that I always admire about you, that you are able to move on very quickly from situations that I would probably still be upset about. So I think one of the first things you have to do is and it's something in you that you have learned to be comfortable with yourself. And like you said, know that you're not going to let anybody else control your emotions.
Yep. And, for some of you guys out there, this last summer, I was seeing somebody. I know it's hard to believe, but I was seeing somebody. And she was a hot mess. And what it started to do was, make my life a hot mess. And all right, I was lost in the sauce.
You were lost in the sauce.
I
You
was,
were.
I was lost in the sauce, but I realized that, and I was like, you know what, I have to kick her to the curb, because this type of crazy is not good for my life, because I have a really good life. And one of the things I gauge when I bring people into my life, are you making my life better, or was I happier before you were there? And with this young lady, I was happier before she came back into my life.
So you were able to take a step back, look at the whole picture, look at the before that relationship, and then look at the during the relationship and realize that, you know what, this is not helping me out, this is not progressing me, and I don't like this. Sometimes it's hard to make those types of realizations and decisions.
So, I might sound kind of crazy about this. What I realized, most people won't believe this, I'm fairly stable. I'm stable in my thoughts, what I do, financially, my social life. This girl I was seeing, she was unstable. Everything, she was upset about her. She was just not happy where she was in life, and that started transferring on me. I'm not 40, but I'm almost 40 years old. I don't got time for all that. I'm not trying to, bring somebody into my life and fix them up at this time.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. And what I've realized, because I've had my share of toxic relationships, and what I've realized is that
She hasn't dated a man since '96.
it has not been since 1996. It's been since
When you were 43.
I was not 43. It's been about 3 years since I've dated, but that's also because I have taken time out to. This is the first time I've ever been single and haven't had any type of relationship since I was a teenager. So I've taken this time out to really focus on myself, focus on my wants, because sometimes I get more, I think, invested in other people, like what they want and what they need. And this is the first time that I've actually taken out time to really focus on myself and learn, more about me, because sometimes, we change, and what we liked 10 years ago is not what we like now. What we wanted 10 years ago is not what we want now. And so I've been able to kind of be more comfortable in my skin and not accept anything from anybody that I shouldn't.
You sure about that?
Tell me, what are you talking about?
Okay, so I've known Patrice since she got her divorce, and I will never forget the day that she told me she was getting a divorce, because she never really talked to me before then. But here I am.
I did talk to you before then.
Here I am, holding this kid's skull together that's bleeding like crazy, and I have blood all over me. And then she's like, "Hey, I got to leave work early because I'm getting a divorce." Just out of nowhere, and I got blood on me. Mind you, it was her student, and I'm just like, "What?" And so, anyways, with Miss Patrice over here, one of the things I've noticed is she's always working. She's constantly busy. Like, you guys even in comments said she needs to fix here up weeks ago. And she is really just extremely busy that she doesn't get the chance to do things. So as somebody who is never busy and never has nothing to do, I've spent a lot of time fine-tuning my emotions, what I want, what I don't want in life. But the last 3 years, you're constantly running. So I want to know, how did you get to know yourself?
I mean, I take time out for myself. And remember, doing the Big C, we were home a lot. And I did work a lot during that time, but I have been able to really know what I like, know what I want. It is something, it's funny that you say that because now I do realize that I need to kind of slow down a little bit, take out time, make sure that I have days where I have downtime because I don't have any downtime. You're right about that. But take out time. And I felt so bad when you text me like, hey, you're horrible at responding to texts. And I could have made up an excuse. I could have made up an excuse and said, you know what? I'm busy. I have 1,000 things to do. But I did I not apologize? My first reaction, because you know how
She
defensive.
be doing me like she does on her chat on the internet.
No, and I was like, you're right. I'm so sorry. I need to work on that because it has become, and I think maybe that's true. Maybe I've overcompensated for whatever it is that, I don't know. Maybe I've overcompensated for something.
Are we having a breakthrough right now?
This is not a breakthrough because I'm fine. You know, I love working. You know, I love like always being busy. So that's one thing, but I love being busy. I've been able to do more things for myself. And I think I've just been taking advantage of these past 3 to 4 years of like just having my own time and not having to be on anybody else's time, not having to consider anybody else.
So I will agree with a lot with what you said, but I, on the other hand, I like to work the bare minimum because I like to enjoy life. Even though enjoying life is really not doing much for me, that's how I enjoy life. Because the thing is, everybody who's working, trying to get ahead, trying to do this, trying to do that, well, in a snap of the fingers, you know, right now I'm a little under 40. I could be 60 years old. Then another snap, I'm 80 years old.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say the only thing that I had for myself was I was working. And, you know, one of the things I can say, almost everywhere in the world that I wanted to go, I've been. I've done a lot of things a lot of people would never expect that I could have done. So
why wouldn't they expect that you could have
I mean,
done
look at me. I look like a Oscar the Grouch.
that? Well, you look like that, but you and me both know better. Don't be on the internet just saying stuff. We both know better. So, I mean, I think in order for you to have to improve yourself, you have to know yourself. You have to know your own needs. You have to know what you want, what you desire. You have to know what you expect from others in relationships before you can even be in a relationship. This isn't just talking about like relations with somebody like the opposite sex or the same sex, whichever one you prefer. It's more so like about just your family, friends, business relationships. What do you expect? Know yourself. Know the goods and the bads about yourself. And sometimes for me that was kind of hard, really understanding all of the bads. Like we can always, and honestly, is this still Mental Health Awareness Month?
I'm not sure.
Because honestly, if you think about it, I was about to say most people know all the good things about themselves, but then you have some people who only know the bad things about themselves. So, I mean, I think you have to have a good balance and you want to know both your goods, your not so goods, and your bads.
So I'm going to tell you guys one of the things I've done to help improve my life, and a lot of you guys might suffer from the same thing. I will say up until, like 31, 32, I was a bit of a coward. So I would not confront people and say, hey, this is the problem. I would just avoid you or not try to deal with it. Now I kind of say, listen, this is the reason why I don't want to mess with you. Stay away from me. Or if we can work it out, we can work it out. But I don't really give people many chances. I don't keep people in my life that don't need to be here. I mean, it's not like I won't say hi to you or if I saw you drowned in. I can't save you because I can't swim, but I'll call, somebody. But you get what I'm saying. Like, I don't fool now with people who are going to bring me down. And that's family members, that's friends, that's colleagues. I just stay away from you. I'm not here to fight with you. My life is good. If your life is sour, hey, that's you.
I think your mindset as far as, because I think that too, like, for the most part, like, I really think I have a good life. Like, outside of anything, outside of everything else, like, I've always thought. And it's not for anybody that may watch it and say, okay, well, they have good lives, so, how can I relate to them? It's not about us saying that we have a good life. It's a mindset that we're looking at things, I didn't have a perfect life. I had a lot of drama, and if you were on my other channel, you would know that, my last relationship, kind of what happened. So it's not like, but I'm grateful for it, and I do feel like I have a good life every day that we get up. We are able to teach students, and I love coming. Like I have a good life.
So I will agree with you on that. Like I can't say like I've had a great life, but I've moved past all my hardships because I've been broke, I've been almost dead, I've been not able to walk. I've gone through it, but I've had broken hearts many times. That's why they call me Splackavelli now. But I try to keep a smile on my face, cracking jokes, and I just realized it's not that serious because I'm here to enjoy my life.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I think what we're going to start doing, we're going to keep talking about, negative and positive relationships, talking toxic people in our following episodes. But do you have body issue problems? Would you like to lose some weight? Maybe you should join us on our weight loss journey, starring Patrice and Splackavelli Terrell. So if you would like to join us, that was, a little commercial. Go ahead, click the description bar, sign up. There's a little Google form. Or if you don't want to sign up, just follow us. The rules are simple. I'll post it in the little description. Go ahead and follow us. And before we finish this off, let me tell you about Patrice. Patrice over here eating snacks, getting fat, got all these type of Chex Mix in a bag with cheese on it, eating potato chips.
He's trying to do that because the first day of the challenge,
say it.
The first day of the challenge, I come into work with my big bottle of water and my fruit and vegetables, and I walk in, put my stuff down, and he did not know that I was going to come inside of his room. And so far, guess what? I popped up, and guess what he had in his hand? A breakfast sandwich from Burger King.
So I know I was talking.
Like, you can't even say, this is day one, y'all. This is day one, and he told me that he wasn't gonna lie about anything, but I knew he was gonna be lying to me that day.
I would say since we started, 3 days I ate good, 2 days I didn't. That's full disclosure. I'm gonna try to do better.
But
I'm a man of faith, and I ask for strength to be stronger.
But the thing is too, remember when we said we were going to do this challenge, we knew that there would be days like
I'm
this.
I'm like DMX, slipping, falling. Get up. But I'm going to get up.
But that's what I'm saying. These days, but you have to just get back on track, and it's okay. Like, we move forward.
All right. So, guys, you want to join our challenge? Go ahead and subscribe to our channel.
Right. Please subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you here.
If you want us to continue talking about toxic people like Patrice, go ahead and, throw in some toxic subjects that we can talk about.
Yes, please leave comments below. Let us know, how you feel about what we discussed today. We are going to expand on this because this is a pretty heavy topic. And it's like you said, you had, even though certain things happen in your life, you're not taking that now into new relationships, no matter what type of ship it is. So,
because I'm a Splackavelli.
So, y'all, leave us some comments below. We would appreciate it. But we are happy that you joined us today for this episode 4 of our No Name podcast.
Really, before I go, let Patrice know she was wrong for kicking me out of her comment section on all her chats or whatever she does.
I did not kick you out. Dems kicked you out.
Tell Dems I want to fight.
Bye, y'all. Until next time.